On May 11th this year, Mustafa Al Mbaidin, a 27-year-old asylum seeker from Jordan, was drunkenly pestering female joggers on Bournemouth seafront. CCTV caught him and 2 police officers were sent to deal with him. When one of them, PC Selena Swan, tried to arrest him for being drunk and disorderly, things took a turn for the worse. Al Mbaidin shoved her and even hit her on the head with his jacket. He also told her to F you before making a run for it. Pretty serious stuff, right? You'd expect some significant consequences for assaulting a police officer, an emergency worker. But here's where it gets crazy. Al Mbaidin was fined only £26 for assaulting an emergency worker, a police officer, which he's going to pay at a rate of £2 a month. Yeah, you heard that right, £2 a month. Why such a lenient sentence? Well, it turns out that Al Mbaidin can't do community service because he doesn't speak English and would need a full-time interpreter. His lawyer, Mark Hensley, argued that having an interpreter with him at all times would be impractical and could pose health and safety issues. So instead of unpaid work, the court gave him a 12-month conditional discharge. This means if he stays out of trouble for a year, he won't face further consequences for this incident. But wait, there's more. In his police interview, Al Mbaidin claimed he didn't believe PC Swan was a real police officer because she acted aggressively towards him. He said he was 10 out of 10 drunk and doesn't usually drink. His lawyer suggested that his lack of English might have contributed to the situation getting out of hand. What's the connection there? I don't understand. Because he doesn't speak English, he can get drunk and pester girls jogging on the seafront? Let's pause for a second. This guy was so drunk, he didn't know what was going on. He assaulted a police officer and essentially got off with a minor fine and a warning. It raises some serious questions about how we handle such cases and the excuses that are deemed acceptable. Al Mbaidin has been in Britain for 4 months, staying at a hotel contracted by the Home Office to house asylum seekers. And as usual, a volunteer from Refugee Support Group was with him in court, supporting him. Not sure if this volunteer had to face the victims, and if he did, how he felt about it. So what do you think? Does this sentence seem fair to you? Is the language barrier a valid reason for such leniency? Or does it undermine the seriousness of assaulting a police officer? Does it not set a precedence that others can now pester girls jogging and assault a female police officer and get away with it by claiming they don't speak English?